3 comedy legends.
There have been so many hurricanes over the last few years. Now they're into the Hebrew alphabet.
We find out the FEMA trailers are rotting.
Hey, Bacchus is getting pissed.
One Big Night. Comic Relief 2006 for the victims of Hurricane Katrina. The mission: help rebuild the shattered Gulf Coast. For where there's laughter, there's hope. Across the country and around the world, this is a special edition of Anderson Cooper 360. It helps to laugh. From Las Vegas, here's Anderson Cooper.
Welcome to this special edition of 360. We're coming to you tonight from Las Vegas, from the Coliseum at Caesar's Palace for a very special event. I'm joined by Robin Williams and Billy Crystal and Whoopi Goldberg for Comic Relief 2006. Thanks for doing this, guys.
Oh, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
So this is all for Katrina relief.
Yes.
Do you think New Orleans has been forgotten? Do you think the Gulf Coast has been forgotten?
I don't think it's been forgotten. I think people's immediacy has changed. You know, it happens. We saw it happen with the homeless. You know, we got folks paying attention, and then folks felt like they did what they could do, and then they went back to their lives. But I think no one can actually get away from this, because each time we think it's settled, you know, we find out the FEMA trailers are rotting. You know?
Don't get me started on the FEMA trailers.
Got my FEMA trailer waiting.
It's crazy.
Floating all away.
Floating away. If there was something left, I mean, you'd go to. They look. It's like gingerbread.
I was there last week, and it feels forgotten. Areas feel forgotten. There are certain places of New Orleans that are open for business, and that's great. The quarter is still great, and restaurants are great.
That's high ground.
Yeah, then you get out to the lower Ninth and Holy Cross, and you go, what is going on here? What has happened here? There are some FEMA trailers, but it's a few. It doesn't seem like a lot. From what I saw.
You have to go to Arkansas, actually, I think, to get
they're all just sitting there.
Yeah.
And it's kind of shocking.
Who will sign for these? Mr. Cheney, will you sign for these trailers?
Yeah.
Come on back now.
It's crazy, because the thing about it is, you know, you were all over there. We were in Mississippi, and you can't explain it to anybody.
No.
You can't explain what you're seeing, you know. And I think when people make their way there, or they see it, and it takes them aback.
Yeah, it's so strange. I mean, even every time I go back now, people come up to me on the street and say, "Please don't forget about us."
Yeah.
And that's so sad that people have to say that. You know?
Yeah, I came over the drawbridge when you come, and there's a lower Ninth below you.
Right.
And I kept thinking of this old Twilight Zone episode where Burgess Meredith gets locked in a bank vault and the bomb goes off, and he comes out and he's the only one alive.
Yes, time to read.
And and there's nobody there for miles and miles and miles, except you see these 3 steps, because everything's above ground there. So you see 3 steps, which was to the entrance of the house, but that's all you see. And there's all of these little thresholds, and then that's it. And it just, you can't believe that this is our country and that this has happened and continues to happen.
So why do you, I mean, Comic Relief started 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever think you would still be doing this 20 years later?
In a funny way, we hoped that we wouldn't be doing it for homelessness. We always felt that if there was something that we could raise money for in the way that we were able to do, that we would always be there to try to get it done, you know. And so when this came up, we actually, I think individually, as we saw each other, said, gee, you know, is anybody talking about it? And it took a couple of years for everybody to go, oh, click this, oh yeah, we can help with this.
Is it hard, though, making light of, I mean, is it hard to make Katrina funny?
Well, you know, it's not making Katrina funny. It's highlighting situations that we can play with.
Yeah, there's nothing funny about the man from the Arabian Horse Association being the head of the relief organization. That didn't work. But, you know, even Mr. Ed Wilbur, I don't know what he's going to do now. Good job, Brownie. Good job.
Who has to make the jokes when, you know, the jokes appear before us? Brownie, you're doing a great job. Come on, you know.
Heck of a job.
Heck of a job,
Brownie. Heck of a job. Way to go.
But
when you heard that, what'd you think?
Well, you know what I thought. You know what
no, I don't, really.
You know what, it started earlier when he lands and the president says, I used to come here to party. And there's 22 feet of water in some guy's house going, well, good for you, bail us out.
Yeah.
And it just the whole attitude towards the problem was so bizarre to us watching it. It just didn't make sense. 5 days before he shows up.
What was the most surprising thing when you got there, just when you went this last time?
That it was still like this.
Yeah.
That, you know, and I'm walking the lower Ninth with this man named Herbert Gettridge, who we do a piece with in the show, He's the only one there. He's building his own house all by himself. It's 15 months later. They just put up electric poles. They don't have the electric yet. They just put up the poles. And it's astounding to me that this has gone on for this long.
This time of year.
Yeah.
Is that right?
It's a little too close.
We've seen you come our neighborhood many times. And now he's back like the Baghdad.
What?
What?
Clear your throat.
Okay.
Welcome to my world.
Are they like this all the time?
All the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Brownie?
I am the Van
Okay.
White of the group.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I'm like...
Are you talking about it?
No, never.
Okay.
You know.
Does Saddam Hussein still look like Nick Nolte to you?
Just
I don't know. I got here.
Mugshot.
Sean said get off the plane.
I heard you call this tour that we still have our own hips tour. Is that
yes.
for comic
Yeah.
relief?
Yeah, they were saying 20 years later, and you guys are a little this, you're a little that. I said, yeah, we still have our own hips tour. That's what we're calling this. We're all okay. We can get through the metal detector at the airport without sending something over.
Medication.
Medication.
It's always good for me to come to Vegas after rehab. I love that.
It's a good town for you.
Good town for me. It's like going to Colombia, you know, where are you going for detox? Colombia. Just to take it easy in a 24-hour alcohol town. To get out of rehab and, you know, like getting out of Jenny Craig and going, let's go work at the Haagen-Dazs factory. For me, I like being here. I don't know why I'm talking like this for this, but, you know, my mama grew up in New Orleans.
Did she?
For sure.
But she did. That's right. She did.
Yeah, she
Did she really?
She
Yeah,
was
she
born in Pass Christian, which for years and years and years I thought was Louisiana, and then some very sweet Southern woman said, "Sweetheart, that's Mississippi." And your mother was trying to upscale herself. Bless her heart instead of, they always say bless her heart rather than back that bitch up. Well, we'll be right back. Thank you. How much money have we raised in the first 10 minutes? Here with Anderson. God bless you.
That's also, we have to remember that Truman Capote lived in New Orleans for a long time.
Yes, she did.
He lived there with Tennessee Williams. They were just sharing an apartment. And writing the early drafts of Streetcar Named Bill.
It was originally called that.
Yeah, but that didn't sell.
It didn't.
No, Desire or Desiree, if you're truly French.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact they're just doing movies about me right now.
There's been 2 movies about you.
I hope in a musical.
What's the musical called?
Where the Boys Are. God bless you. Let's get back to our topic.
Suddenly I'm Bud Abbott.
Who's on first? Who went first?
And what's it called?
What's it called, though? It's called, All of Me, Streetcar Named Solomon. What's
You could have run a drum.
Yeah.
Get out of baby, thank you.
Where's my spear?
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Once again, how much money have we raised? We're doing Comic Relief in Vegas, reviving it because people need it, especially in New Orleans and the surrounding parishes. Because sad to say, stuff still isn't working. Hey, way to go, W. But the idea, things are going well. Well, I got my FEMA trailer, yeah. Call me the FEMA. 9th District still don't have power. Etouffee. Gotta get down there, raise some money.